Okay, everybody, today I'm going to recommend a book. And before I start, let me say this is not a sponsored, paid endorsement. I am recommending this book because it is awesome. It is The 5,000 Year Leap, The 28 Great Ideas That Changed the World by W. Cleon Skousen. This is a book that every patriotic Christian should have. Every patriot should have. According to the blurb on the back, discover the 28 principles of freedom our founding fathers said must be understood and perpetuated by every people who desire peace, prosperity, and freedom. Learn how adherence to these beliefs during the past 200 years has brought about more progress than was made in the previous 5,000 years. So I'm going to tell you these 28 principles, but in order to get the details of what the book says, you'll have to get a copy of the book. Or, you could just look up the audiobook on YouTube, but I highly suggest you buy the book so you can have it in your patriotic critter paws. So, first principle, the only reliable basis for sound government and just human relations is natural law. Second principle, a free people cannot survive under a republican constitution unless they remain virtuous and morally strong. Third principle, the most promising method of securing a virtuous and morally stable people is to elect virtuous leaders. Fourth principle, without religion the government of a free people cannot be maintained. Fifth principle, all things were created by God, therefore upon him all mankind are equally dependent and to him they are equally responsible. Sixth principle, all men are created equal. Seventh principle, the proper role of government is to protect equal rights, not provide equal things. Eighth principle, men are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Ninth principle, to protect man's rights, God has revealed certain principles of divine law. 10th principle, the God-given right to govern is vested in the sovereign authority of the whole people. 11th principle, the majority of the people may alter or abolish a government which has become tyrannical. 12th principle, the United States of America shall be a republic. 13th principle, a constitution should be structured to permanently protect the people from the human frailties of their rulers. 14th principle, life and liberty are secure only so long as the right to property is secure. 15th principle, the highest level of prosperity occurs when there is a free market economy and a minimum of government regulations. 16th principle, the government should be separated into three branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. 17th principle, a system of checks and balances should be adopted to prevent the abuse of power. 18th principle, the unalienable rights of the people are most likely to be preserved if the principles of government are set forth in a written constitution. 19th principle, only limited and carefully defined powers should be delegated to government, all others being retained in the people. 20th principle, efficiency and dispatch require government to operate according to the will of the majority, but constitutional provisions must be made to protect the rights of the minority. 21st principle, strong local self-government is the keystone to preserving human freedom. 22nd principle, a free people should be governed by law and not by the whims of men. 23rd principle, a free society cannot survive as a republic without a broad program of general education. 24th principle, a free people will not survive unless they stay strong. 25th principle, peace, commerce, and honest friendship with all nations, entangling alliances with none. 26th principle, the core unit which determines the strength of any society is the family. Therefore, the government should foster and protect its integrity. 27th principle, the burden of debt is as destructive to freedom as subjugation by conquest. 28th principle, the United States has a manifest destiny to be an example and a blessing to the entire human race. So those are the 28 principles. Not only is this book in itself an excellent book, but each chapter references other books and papers written by founding fathers and other authors that you absolutely should also look up and read. So it's kind of like a bibliography or an index of other great literature. And so I highly and unambiguously recommend that you get this book and get a copy for your friends, because if they borrow yours, it's probably not going to come back. So to honor this, we're going to read Exodus 18, where Jethro, priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, invents representative government for all of human history. And Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel his people, that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, with her 2 sons, of whom the name of one was Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a foreign land, and the name of the other was Eleazar, for he said, the God of my father was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife to Moses in the wilderness, where he was encamped at the mountain of God. Now he had said to Moses, I, your father-in-law Jethro, am coming to you with your wife and her 2 sons with her. So Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, bowed down, and kissed him. And they asked each other about their well-being, and they went into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptian for Israel's sake, all the hardship that had come upon them on the way, and how the Lord had delivered them. Then Jethro rejoiced for all the good which the Lord had done for Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, and who has delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all the gods, for in the very thing in which they behaved proudly, he was above them. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and other sacrifices to offer to God. And Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And so it was, on the next day, that Moses set to judge the people, and the people stood before Moses from morning until evening. So when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did for the people, he said, What is this thing that you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit, and all the people stand before you from morning until evening? And Moses said to his father-in-law, Because the people come to me to inquire of God. When they have a difficulty, they come to me, and I judge between one and another, and I make known the statutes of God and his laws. So Moses' father-in-law said to him, The thing that you do is not good. Both you and these people who are with you will surely wear yourselves out, for this thing is too much for you. You are not able to perform it by yourself. Listen now to my voice. I will give you counsel, and God will be with you. Stand before God for the people, so that you may bring the difficulties to God. And you shall teach them the statutes and the laws, and show them the way in which they must walk and the work they must do. Moreover, you shall select from all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. And let them judge the people at all times. Then it be that every great matter they shall bring to you, but every small matter they themselves shall judge. So it will be easier for you, for they will bear the burden with you. If you do this thing, and God so commands you, then you will be able to endure, and all this people will also go to their place in peace. So Moses heeded the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. So they judged the people at all times. The hard cases they brought to Moses, they judged every small case themselves. Then Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way to his own land. As you can see, that is the foundation of kind of what we got going on here, and one of the themes of the 5,000-Year Leap, a book that you should definitely get, and get one for your friends. And so, God bless Christendom, God bless the United States, God bless the United Kingdom, God bless Israel, and God bless you.